Yo, what is up, guys? Shelness is here, and the channel just hit over 20K subscribers, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, and I'm thankful for how many subscribers I have. I was thankful for when I had 5 subscribers, 10, 100, 1,000, and now we have over 20K, so I don't take this for granted. I try my best to make videos that are entertaining for you guys, and I just want to say thank you. And what better way to do that than answer some of your questions? I realize I don't interact with you guys enough, so let me know if you like these sort of videos. I'm going to be answering your questions, and let's see what you guys asked me. All right, so the first question we have is from someone named Hunter-JF4LD. I think it's LD or ID at the end. Now, the question is, what was the not worth it or worst looking statue you ever showcased? And also, will you do some more anime movie reviews in the future? Those were hella funny. All right, Hunter, I know you were subscribed to the channel for a while because I haven't done any anime or movie reviews in a while, so you're one of the OGs, and I love that now. Now, what was the worst statue I ever unboxed? I'd probably say it was from a custom studio called Fire Phoenix Studio. I unboxed their paint from Naruto, and it wasn't that bad. It's just that when I started unboxing statues in the future after that, I realized, man, these statues are way better than this. It kind of looked like a crappy bootleg now that I think about it, but yeah, that was probably the worst statue I ever did. Naruto, the pain character by Fire Phoenix Studio. And will I do some more anime movie reviews in the future? I really like doing those videos, by the way. I think what's kind of like holding me back from doing those is just time. I have a regular 9-to-5 job, so my free time is kind of limited, so that's probably what's holding me back from doing those. And also, I wanted this channel to be more about unboxings now, because the YouTube algorithm just doesn't like when I explore off and do other sort of content. So maybe in the future, maybe I might create another channel dedicated to doing those, but I really had fun doing those. All right, now we have one from Nuclear_Chair16. All right, and his question is, what was your first statue or figure? Oh man, so before I started doing anime collecting, I was actually a huge Star Wars fan, so I started collecting Star Wars first. My first statue was from SideShow Collectibles. It was a statue of Kylo Ren. I think it was a premium format by them, so if I have the picture, I'm gonna post it up online. But yeah, like my work area used to be my laptops that I work with and my monitors, and surrounded by all that were Star Wars figurines and statues. So Star Wars was the first thing I started collecting. I started watching some YouTube unboxings of Star Wars, and then I realized there's anime unboxings out there. And then once I started watching anime statue unboxings, I was hooked. I was like, let me sell all my Star Wars statues. I'm all in on the anime. All right, we have another question from I'm Sung Young Ho. So interesting name. All right, congrats on 20K. Generally curious on your take with unlicensed versus licensed. Do you purchase from unlicensed studios? When is it acceptable to buy unlicensed? Are there unlicensed studios you would recommend in terms of quality? And even if you could do a video on it, that'd be awesome. Good to see a fresh take on that question that's been debated a lot. Once again, congrats. All right, so a lot of questions there. So do I purchase from unlicensed studios? I used to, but not really anymore. I think it's personal preference for me now. Like between licensed and unlicensed, in terms of quality, there's really not a difference. I think it just comes down to personal preference. Like back then, they used to say with the licensed statues, they used to say the quality was better. There was after sales service, the packaging was good, but as time passed, the unlicensed studios caught up with the license. So I think now it just depends on which studio is it, because there's good licensed studios, there's bad licensed studios, and also there's good unlicensed studios, and there's bad unlicensed studios. So it kind of just depends on which studio you're buying from. Let's see. When is it acceptable to buy unlicensed? I think it's just you doing your research on what studio you're interested in and seeing if they make good quality or not. If you're interested in a certain studio, you can see YouTube videos or Facebook groups or go on Discords and see the quality of their previous pieces. I think that's going to help you out a lot. Unlicensed studios I would recommend for, well, One Piece, I think Monkey D Studio is really good. Their stuff looks amazing. Monkey D Studio, Fantasy Studio, Last Sleep Studio. Those are mainly the One Piece ones I know. I think some Naruto ones. I know Ventus Studio is good. Surge Studio is good. To be honest, I don't keep up with all the unlicensed studios. There's just so much of them. That's pretty oversaturated with them, to be honest. But those are the ones that stick to my mind the most. But I just know there's a lot of great unlicensed pieces out there. Even if you could do a video on it, that would be awesome. All right, so great question. All right, so not much questions on the YouTube community tab, but I did get some on my Instagram. And by the way, if you're not following my Instagram, it's Shel the Collector. Make sure to check that out. So this one's from Matthew Solano, and this question is, what got you into collecting and how can you afford this expensive hobby? Well, all my life I've always been collecting things. Like when I was really young, I used to collect Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to play with these toys, these spinny toys called Beyblades. I'm showing my age right now. I hope some of you know what those are. Yeah, all my life I've been collecting things, anime wallpaper. So all my life I was always collecting something, and it just gradually, unfortunately, got more expensive as I got older. So yeah, anime statues are pretty expensive to collect. I heard that original art is more expensive. I don't think I'll ever get into that. That might be out of my price range, but yeah, all my life I've always been collecting things. And when it comes to affording the hobby, I'd say the best bet is you buy something, you appreciate it, and then if there's something else that you're interested in, just sell something that you no longer love as much and use that to fund the new things that you buy. So that's probably the best way to afford new things or new collectibles. My motto is always let the hobby fund itself. All right, this next question is from Instagram, and this is from JSTN. I don't know if that's short for Justin. I'm not sure, but he has a couple of questions. All right, how come I only do licensed studio reviews? Just personal preference. I think I said that before. I just prefer them, but there's no difference really in terms of quality. It's just personal preference for me. So is it because of quality? No, it's not because of quality. There's good non-licensed studios who have similar, if not the same quality, like Ventus, Last Sleep, Surge, Monkey D Studio, etc. And they're so much cheaper. And when you be able to get that same quality for a cheaper price, meaning more vids more frequently. That is a good point. With the unlicensed statues, a lot of them are cheaper than the licensed. I know with the licensed statues, when they make that, they have all these licensing fees that can kind of increase the price of the statue. But for me, it's just personal preference. I like doing the licensed stuff, not because of quality or anything like that. It's just a personal preference for me. All right. Question number 2 from the same person. What is your all-time favorite piece you unboxed, from the quality, the presentation, the scope, the details, everything? What piece just blew you away completely? I'd probably say my favorite piece that just blew me away was when me and my friend Antonio, we unboxed the statue from Oniri Creations. It was Guts and Zod versus Ganishka from the Berserk anime and manga. That piece was huge, and we actually waited 4 years for that piece to come. So we're getting impatient with it, but when we finally got it, that wait time was worth it. The quality on that piece was beautiful. It's the biggest Berserk statue I ever unboxed. It also has the most views on my YouTube channel, so I was just blown away by everything about that statue. And then his final question was, will we see some Naruto and DBZ statues in the future on the channel? For my older videos, I used to unbox Naruto and Dragon Ball statues, but I stopped because, well, one, the channel grows a lot more when I narrow down the series that I do. And also, these statues are pretty expensive, so I chose One Piece, Berserk. Those are the main 2 that I do, in Demon Slayer sometimes, but mainly One Piece and Berserk. I just told myself I'm going to stick with these 2 series right here, because all the other series, there are some nice Naruto and Dragon Ball statues, but guys, I'm not made out of money. this hobby is getting a lot more expensive. So I just chose to stick with those 2 series mainly. And also, the channel grows a lot more when I stick to, like, when I niche down on the channel grows a lot better. So when I stick to doing fewer series, the channel just grows a lot more. So unfortunately, that's how the YouTube algorithm works. And I don't know, I might do a Naruto one maybe every now and then, but I probably won't do it that often. So those are all the questions that I got. And once again, I want to say thank you guys. We're over 20K. And do you guys like these sort of videos, by the way? I love interacting with you guys, especially in the comment section for all my videos. And again, guys, thanks for the support. Peace.